This message is just for you. You are good enough. This is the episode for you. If you feel like you're going slower than everybody else, or that you're the only person not having breakthrough after breakthrough, I have a challenge for you today. So whenever we're doing something big, it feels like everyone always tells us to be patient. They tell us Rome wasn't built in a day, and we get all those film montages where the protagonist gets up at 4 a.m. every morning and works out and sweats copiously in an endless Groundhog Day of hustling and grinding. But then after the event, after the victory, something changes in the perspective of that hero's journey. Time contracts a bit. And I think what's happening is the desire to translate that process into an interesting, coherent, and most importantly, brief story means that people in a retelling skip from highlight to highlight, ruthlessly chopping out all the slow and boring bits in the middle. And the end result is, as a listener, as the audience, whether this is fiction or real life, it sounds like it all happened in a nice, neat line with successes at regular intervals. We assume that they arrived at each milestone efficiently, confidently, as the crow flies. And we also assume that what we heard was the whole story. And then we compare that with our own journey and wonder why it feels like nothing much is happening. We're putting in the effort, we're achieving our day-to-day goals, but nothing big is changing. The dial doesn't seem to be moving. And we start to think, maybe we're doing something wrong. And so today, I want to offer a really small, really simple challenge for you to help you to see that you're probably doing it right. When people are sharing their stories of learning, of transformation, whatever big project they've completed, in real life, in interviews, or online, really listen for the time words. Listen for the word eventually. Listen for after a while. Listen for finally or and then one day. Because and then one day tells you that there were a lot of days that came before where nothing much happened. The word suddenly normally has a slow build-up first. And as listeners, they're not the words that we normally focus on. It's tempting to skip right over them as we listen or read and see them as simple connectives that just link all the doing and being and succeeding together. But when you really start listening for them or looking for them, you realize that, it's okay that it hasn't all worked out already. Our brains, or the internet, or just the world actually really does seem to be on a mission to tell us that the right action should lead to overnight success, or at the very least, big, noticeable improvements every single day. But for the vast majority of us, and for the vast majority of really big projects, that is just not true. Things really do take a while to change. Success isn't linear, and quite often it does look like one moment of epiphany or one milestone followed by a plateau. And it's normal that in that plateau we'll start to wonder when or even if the next milestone is coming. So listen to all the people that are telling you that their journey took time. And no matter how differently they approached things, their journey still would have taken time. So language learners, you are probably on the right path, even if it feels like a lot of stuff is just waiting. Keep holding on and you will get there. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.